What's going on, people? Fam Entertainment here from TiCGN.com. Welcome to episode 18 of the TiC podcast. And it's completely my apologies for us being late today. I had to push the show back because I had an interview today, which I want to give a shout out to my brother Nick, man. He sent me a text right before my interview, man, wishing me good luck, and that was love, bro. What number love, man. And I really appreciate my brother Nick for doing that for me.
I'm glad it can help, sir.
I really appreciate it, man. Like, no lie. Like, I don't be joking back and forth, but dead ass, man, hit me in the heart. Like, it was right before I walked in. I seen it too. So I appreciate it, my brother.
Nice.
So let's go get these introductions rolling. We're gonna start off with the with the host. With the host. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna let him introduce himself. My light-skinned brother, Nick. Tell him about the new show you hosted, my brother.
Yo, what's good? This is Nickodemus, the king of indies himself. And yeah, we just started a PlayStation-centric TiC podcast. It's called Trophy Life. And so some of you may know that TiC has been mostly Xbox for quite some time. So now we are branching off into greatness. And we are bringing that PlayStation flavor over to TiCGN. So yeah, so that's going to be every other Tuesday night. So we're going to follow the same pattern as Double XP. So you're going to catch me on Trophy Life on Tuesday nights. And then on the next night, you're going to catch me on Double XP. So yeah, that's how we're going to do it.
Boy, my man Nick put in overtime, boy. And that was a good first episode, man. I really hope the PlayStation Nation really, gets into this podcast, gets it rolling, man. Because you guys didn't do none of the bash and stuff. You guys talked about PlayStation and kept it about PlayStation, man. That was a beautiful thing to see because a lot of PlayStation podcasts don't do that.
That's why I like Nickodemus, man. He one of the few PlayStation dudes that actually like he actually talk about like the games. Like, I love that. I love to see that.
It's because I love games.
Up next is my right hand one man, Miss Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that. But you know what, Fame, you're not the only one that can be nice, because I actually owe you and Nickodemus and Peter as well. But it's shout out to you two, because the entire time that we were at PAX South, whenever we got separated, these two guys hit me up. Where you at, Mom? Where you at, Mamacita? We right here. We got you. They were walking ahead. Hit me, man, get the door for her. Help her with the bag or help her. And I want to say I appreciate you guys treated me with the utmost respect, hanging out with me on the floor, looking out for me. I mean, we shoot the breeze on the podcast, and sometimes we have differences of opinion, but meeting you guys up close and personal, seeing how you worked it, how serious you were about carrying on your duties as journalists for the TiC Gaming Network was just refreshing to see.
That's dope. And we were about to kick some ass in Denny's too.
That's right. We sure.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Mamacita ain't no joke, boy. No, I came in on the tail end, and she digging that side of multiple people. I'm like, oh snap!
No, she did not need my help, but I was getting aggravated too. But she did not need my help, man, at all.
The girlfriend stepped to me wrong. You know that, Nick, right?
Oh yeah, she definitely did.
All right, okay.
Oh yeah, no, you was completely in the right.
Came up in my space, so yeah.
Offer help. We don't need your help. Anyway, let's just keep going.
Next up, we got the Mad Queen, Crunk Girl. What's happening?
What's going on, everybody? Y'all already know who it is. The Mad Queen, though. Damn. I mean, I'll take that.
You know it's true though.
If you would say sports queen, I would feel a little bit like, yeah, I'm okay. But what's going on, y'all? Shouts out to people in the chat right now. And also, shouts out to y'all too that's in here with me who went out and did y'all thing out there at PAX South. I saw the videos and the periscopes and all that, and I was checking in on y'all, and I like the videos and I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Doing it for the African American journalists out here that we really don't see too often.
Be real, bro.
Right.
Real.
Little guys. Man. But yeah, man, y'all did a real good job. But yeah, man, let's get the show on the road.
Yeah, but and the next two people I'm gonna introduce, y'all seen them before, and they asses better be at PAX 2018. I ain't playing. Let's start off with, you know what? I gotta go with Nioh first because BFG he gonna need a whole segment to himself for his intro. Nioh, what's happening?
Oh man, yeah, you gotta do the homie like that, man. But what is up, everybody? It's your girl Nioh, the video game her. It's always a pleasure to be in the company of these individuals here, man. if you want to like follow some people that are all about gaming and just love gaming, like these are the people y'all need to be rocking with, like for real, from all different parts of the spectrum on the gaming scale. Like these people got you covered. I'm just letting you know. And I also did see your PAX coverage, man. You guys did the damn thing, and it's beautiful to see the bromance between Nickodemus and Fame. You guys have the matching shirts. I mean, you guys have the matching shirts. I was like, look at
No, there was no bromance. Just two men who have great taste in clothing. That's all that is. That's all it is. We both have great taste in clothing.
You ain't got a front for the team, Mike. I saw the matching shirt.
Yep. I did too. Yeah.
Hey, little known PAX secret. Me and Nick shared a shake at Denny's with 2 different straws. So,
we did not. We did not.
Let's find out.
I salute you.
Check the video. Check the video. That did not happen.
And you know the best thing about PAX coverage, we still have more content from PAX that we haven't put out yet. So that's definitely rolling down the pipe.
That's great.
And the man who, you know what? Fuck it. BFG, do your thing, brother.
Boy, crazy. Man, salute. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy BFG, and the place to be, commentating and navigating on these YouTube streets, man. Keeping it 100 because that's all I know how to be. Guys, y'all did a great job at PAX. I enjoyed it. You know, when I seen Nickodemus and my boy Fame with those shirts on playing that game, all of a sudden Friends by Houdini started playing in my head.
It was beautiful, right? It was beautiful.
You know,
beautiful moment in gaming right there.
Gosh.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's get it. Let's talk about these games. And I love all you guys, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the culture right.
You know, I swear BFG needs to license some stuff out to make people's YouTube interested.
He has the best.
His voice is perfect for it, bro.
Yeah, perfect intro, dude.
I wish my subs felt that way. Well, the sub count
perfect, bro.
You just got to be consistent, my guy. I'm telling you, consistent.
Oh yeah. I'm getting better. See, it's just hard for me because me personally, I want to play games. Like all the little extra little stuff, I don't even want to talk about that, and it's hard because a lot of people look for that.
Just what you gotta do. You gotta do what a lot of these guys have done. You gotta buy some subs to make look a little better, to make yourself look a little better. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right.
Buy some views.
That's where the keeping it 100 come in at. If I gotta stay low forever, I'm gonna stay low forever. I'm gonna be real to the day I die.
Yeah.
All right.
And before we get started, make sure everyone who's in the chat, if you will smack that like button, share this out. We know started a little late. We apologize, but we're gonna get this thing rolling. We're gonna start off with a little bit of game, a little small game. It's actually doing really well on Metacritic. A lot of people are enjoying that. Some people are absolutely getting their ass kicked in. BG. Yo, Crunk Girl the one told me he getting his ass whooped right now in Nioh. So has anybody on the panel played the game, or anybody got any thoughts about Nioh right now?
I played it. I'm probably going to get it in the next few weeks.
Okay.
I played the beta for it. I think there was a demo, whatever you want to call it. It was 2 of them. I played both of them, and I really do like the game, but I cannot get it right now. Some of you may know I'm enthralled in The Witcher 3 right now, so I cannot get Nioh. But I'm looking at gameplay, and it looks like my type of game, man. That Bloodborne, Dark Souls type of game, definitely my type of game. So I really do want to play it, man. I'm trying to fight, going out and buying it because I got too many games that I'm trying to catch them on as it is, but definitely a dope game. And I do see why some people are having struggles with it. If it's hard, challenging like Bloodborne was and stuff, I can't even laugh at people having problems with this game right now. It's going to happen to you.
Here's the thing. I played the alpha, and the alpha was even harder. After the alpha, they received feedback that it was just entirely too hard. So they reduced the difficulty for the beta. So for those of us that played the alpha and we remember how excruciatingly painful Nioh was to advance. And I did get to that first boss fight, but I had, I think I had sacrificed some of my gear and armor that I needed at the time that I didn't know. So when I got there, I was just completely underpowered. So I just couldn't do anything. And I just didn't feel like going back grinding trying to find my armor and all that and get my stuff back. So, but I think at some point I'm gonna pick up Nioh because I think it has my type of gaming elements in it as well, and I'm glad people are enjoying it. I like to see new IP.
Yeah,
enjoyed. And
we need it.
As we know, PlayStation about them sales. What them sales look like? Anybody know how they doing?
No, well,
I don't know. I heard it's selling
um,
real though. I know my GameStop doesn't have any in stock, and I know Amazon ran out too.
Yeah, I don't know about the actual numbers, but yeah, Crunk is right. I'm hearing reports that it's sold out in stores off of Amazon. So it's apparently doing really well. And that's surprising because it is considered niche and also it's, extremely hard. So I'm surprised this many people are going out and buying this thing.
You guys think, is it a quantity thing or is it a popularity thing?
I don't know for sure. I know Amazon, they out of stock.
But see, my question is, are these iPhone sales out of stock or are these Windows Phone sales out of stock? Because the Windows phones, you couldn't find them either. And they were like sold out everywhere, or they only had 3 or 4 in stock. So I'm not trying to throw shade at anything because I really would like for, new IP and new IP that I believe too, that it's quality new IP to
I don't think it's like that. I think there is enough stock because this is Koei Tecmo, and then what's the developer? Koei Tecmo is the publisher. What's the developer for this one?
Team Ninja.
Team Ninja. Yeah. So yeah, it's not some little rinky dink type of game, you know what I'm saying? So I think there was enough stock, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a big AAA drop.
Man. I think it's a little bit of both because there's a lot of people. I think this flew under the radar a little bit.
A lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah, I mean, I knew about it, but a lot of people didn't. But I think because of Bloodborne, like we were talking about earlier before we went live, I think Bloodborne opened up the floodgates in Dark Souls 3 to regular gamers, not just the hardcore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 1 and 2, I ain't gonna lie to you. Man, listen, I tried to play them joints and
I know it.
It just wasn't working for me.
I already know.
First Dark Souls was boring though.
Especially that one.
It wasn't even. It was boring. It was just hard.
Like
you
move slow, bro.
That's what I didn't like. The slow movement. I didn't like Dark Souls at first.
Movement either. And then when I played Bloodborne, I'm like, yo, this right here. This is all I needed from Dark Souls. Move a little faster. You know what I'm saying? And still be hard, but just the movement was different. And then Nioh is doing it again, but it's adding other elements that aren't like any other Souls games.
Right.
So I'm thinking that's one. And then also it's a whole different time frame too. It's like samurai and it's got kind of flavor to it.
It reminds me of Onimusha.
Yeah, it does. It got a little bit.
It kind of remind me of it.
A little bit of Ninja Gaiden in there.
Of course, because Team Tecmo and Dark Souls.
Yeah, and a little bit of Dark Souls too, with a lot of different elements, and it's got the Dark Souls kind of formula, but there's things that you can, when you play the game, it differentiates.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
So I'm hoping it does well. I'm glad that it's rating well and that people are up to trying new things, coming from the same genre, because Sony game, the Sony franchises with this in it have started to peak a little. And then also this may be a time for them to bring Demon Souls back too, because Demon Souls is harder than Dark Souls.
Right.
So I'm thinking that they may try to bring that back too, and that this is a whole new genre. You know what I'm saying, that Sony can go to and be like, these are the types of games that we got.
What kind of sales do you guys think this game needs to have for it to be considered successful?
That's a good question. It depends on how much they spent on it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't think it was a extremely huge or popular game per se, because it's niche. It's a niche crowd. But I think Bloodborne in that, and then actual seeing the reviews, a lot of maybe the casual people will give it a chance. So I would say maybe 500,000.
It needs to sell. It needs to sell. Mamacita, it needs to sell at least 1 million, in my opinion. I'm just saying overall sale. It at least has to go platinum. Yeah. At least has to go platinum in order for it to be a success.
I say between 500,000 and a million a week is pretty good. I think maybe 500,000 is like my starting point to be like, okay, well, it's got
in a week.
Yeah, 500,000.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna sell that much in a week.
I don't think it is, but I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm just putting a number out there. I think if it does that, I think that will show something. But
I think the game overall might hit 1 million. I mean, whenever it's all said and done, we're gonna look back and it's gonna sell maybe 1 million, 1,000,001 total,
Right.
let alone 500,000.
But it also depends how it does in Japan too, because you know some of these Japanese people like this game.
You're right. You're right.
So not just the U.S. I mean, like worldwide, it should be pretty good in other areas because most Japanese people, I think they like the Dark Souls.
It's that too, but they're gonna support Team Ninja anyway.
Yeah, that's true too.
They're gonna support Team Ninja anyway. So
the U.S. really was the issue when it came to the games. Like a lot of people in the U.S. didn't like per se buy Dark Souls like that. They bought it, but they didn't really buy it in bulk. Like most of the sales came from like the Japan.
Yep.
But I mean, I hopefully it does well. I'm just glad that it's rating well and people are.
Yeah, me too. Because we need some IP. We need some IPs out here, man.
Yeah, any new IP is anything that does well that's new is a welcome, and it doesn't matter what system is on.
And that's so true. I think we really need our new IP to do well on all systems.
Yep.
Because I think new IP is the future of gaming.
Right.
To be honest, not old IP, not a staff. Those are great. Those are keep, but I think to move forward, we need new IP to do well. And we need our new IP, of course, to be great games that we want to play first and foremost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of new IP, y'all got to hear Uncle Phil say there's some new IPs going to be announced for this year. So,
Uncle Phil, talking about that dude that be lying all the time.
Oh no!
I'm just being real, like I can't trust that nigga, man. That nigga lying.
What he lying about?
New IPs. We're gonna see some of
the Xbox Scorpio.
Ooh,
lies, flat out lies in front of everybody with a microphone.
What he said lie about though, specifically?
What did he lie about?
Huh?
Yeah. What he lied about specifically though?
About the power, about the power, about what it's going to bring and what it's going to have. It's not going to have all of that.
He never said 4K 60 uncompromised like people keep saying. He never said that.
Phil didn't say that.
No, he didn't say that. But I'm talking about from what I took from the presentation at E3. Was that E3?
I don't understand what he lied about. He said you were going to bring a console.
Man, that's not a premium console.
How do we know?
Because it's not. If it's coming out the way they say it's gonna come out, it's not.
The way who says it's coming out?
The way that Xbox saying that, well, what is speculated that Xbox is saying is gonna bring out, that it's gonna come out with. I don't think that's.
So you mean you were expecting to pay $600 or above or something like that, and that's what you felt like premium was gonna be?
No, I really was expecting something a little more powerful. That didn't use the same aspects as, and I don't know why I did. I guess I just got hyped about.
We don't know. We don't know that it's using Jaguar. It could be using Puma. It could be using Zen. We don't know. And a premium console, in my opinion, something premium is something that's better than what's out. And if we're looking as far as power goes, power and graphical fidelity,
right?
Scorpio would be the premium of all consoles because it will. All games will look and run better on that console. And that's just me.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And since you're speaking on power, true or false, panel, PS4 boost mode means it is now more powerful than Project Scorpio.
No. Whoever said that is freaking.
All it's gonna do is just take better advantage of the hardware. That's it.
Whoever said that is retarded.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, do some searches in a certain gaming groups. Do some searches on Twitter. Folks is saying it. Folks is saying it.
Stupid. They don't even.
But that's not what it means.
People have to do their research for this.
All it's gonna do is take the games that was made pre-pro and make them look right on pro. That's pretty much what it's
basically optimizing them, right?
Yeah, that's it.
It's basically not even optimizing them. It stabilizes the frame rates too.
Yeah, so you're gonna get higher frame rates on games that are well optimized, that were meant to hit those frame rates more consistently. So games that were capped at 30, that were having dips in frame rates, you're gonna get steady 30. But you got some capped at 60, you're gonna get steady 60.
Right.
Folks are thinking you're going from 30 to 60, and you can ask someone like Press
Start.
Press Start
for certain games.
Weapon Wheel, you can see they tweets, they retweeting and laughing to people because people, oh yeah. such and such going from 30 to 60, PS4 beast mode. I'm like, really? 30 to 60?
That's not how it's working.
Yeah, it's not.
No, because you can go to the Digital Foundry videos and them like explain.
Yeah, they explain everything pretty damn well. I don't know where all that's coming from. That's not the purpose of boost mode at all. I did see before the videos came out, before we started getting some data on, people were saying, I don't know if this was a troll, but they were saying, we're getting frames in 110 frames per second. I was like, there's no way. I was like, there's absolutely no way.
People just talking out of their damn ass and trolling.
No, I'll say this, my opinion for the PS4 boost mode is definitely awesome. That they're able to do that and have these games tap into the power of the PS4 Pro without, you know what I'm saying, you necessarily having to have that Pro patch. So that is pretty cool. I do like that they did implement that. Now, they did say use it at your own discretion because every game is not going to necessarily react the best way to it. It really depends on how the developers have optimized the game. So games that have bad optimization is not going to react well to it. So it's not going to perform miracles or anything like that. But if the game is well optimized, it is going to bring the best performance out of the game. So and definitely that's very exciting to me, honestly.
I just want everybody to remember that the day that this feature was announced, that the world cared about power again. I'm just saying.
I don't
and
care.
They won't care when the Scorpio drops.
I mean, I care about steady frames.
I do
care about that. Like that's actually game changing.
Yeah, this is not changing like graphics or textures or anything like that. This is just mainly frames.
Right.
That's a
power.
good thing. You can cut it
I'm
off.
talking about power in general.
Yeah, you can cut it on.
The feature was announced.
Oh,
the day the feature was announced, the world cared about power again.
Yeah,
the world cared about power again. Elaborate, Fame. What are you getting at? Elaborate.
Because the moment the Scorpio releases, power will be irrelevant.
Power is always. Let me say this. I'll say this and I'll let you guys get it. Power is always a factor. It is always a factor. Graphics matter. Frames matter. Is always a factor. The thing is, power is not everything. You have to have the games to go with the power.
Right.
So that's my only thing. So go ahead, Ma. Go ahead, or Nia, whoever was.
Well, that was interesting to me, and the thing is, and I don't want us to do a lot of back and forth with this because I don't want to pretend that I didn't exist in 2013 or 2014 or 2015. I'm not going to pretend that I wasn't around hearing the talk and the comparison between 720p and 900p and the blur box, and you couldn't see the games, and there were plenty of Xbox exclusives coming out, whether you like them or not. There were plenty. So I'm not going to pretend that I didn't exist then and hear this power versus gaming talk. It's just so profound to me that we in conversations as PlayStation and Xbox gamers that we switch the narrative. When it makes sense where we are at that moment, then we make the exact same argument that the other side made 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
And then we take on that narrative. And I just say, can we cut the bull malarkey, please?
Stop the malarkey.
Please
cut the malarkey.
Yes, cut the malarkey.
Okay, since we're cutting the malarkey, you know what? Malarkey, I won't cut when people say it's okay for a PlayStation game not to sell well because at least they put it out there. But when an Xbox game don't sell well, it's like the end of the world. I want that shit to be cut out too.
You got a real good point there, Fame. I never
all the time.
About it like you got a really good point.
PlayStation don't care if this game don't sell. At least they put it out there. It's for somebody, right? But Xbox do it like Sunset Overdrive. We can't say, well, at least it's out there. It's for somebody, right? Oh no, it's a fucking flop and a fucking fail. But when PlayStation do it, oh, well, they put something out there and at least somebody bought it. That's
yeah. And I'm gonna throw this in there. And both PlayStation and Xbox guys do the same thing to Nintendo games. Nioh, can you talk, Nioh? They do this.
I don't pay attention to these people. I like what I like. I talk about what I like, and I don't really pay attention to that. But
I believe me, she sees it on Twitter. Believe me.
Oh, yeah.
I see the foolishness when people that I like retweet foolishness, but I don't follow foolishness.
The fucker.
Right.
I don't
blame you.
Because it's like I'll put it like this. I think I don't know. I feel like I have a very different perspective on gaming than a lot of you guys in this room, because like I've always been a part of the unpopular group, considering that like I'm a Nintendo fan. So like a lot of the foolery and stuff like a lot of the foolery that a lot of the Xbox guys are feeling right now is like, my boy, we've been doing this for 4 generations now. So it's like when people say like don't talk about Xbox, we over here like, look, they've been talking about Nintendo for like a while. Y'all might want to kind of like let some of that stuff just go over the head and just keep playing what you want to play and like what you like and just keep it moving, because at the end of the day, these people don't matter.
Exactly.
What matters is what you like, what you want to play, and if you like it and it makes you happy, then that's what matters. Like all of this fun, like, and then a lot of it too, I think personally, I think a lot of this stuff exists in a bubble. I think that a lot of it exists in a bubble, especially with us, because we're content creators on YouTube, and a lot of our how can I say this? A lot of our comrades and a lot of our worldview is kind of based around what's going on in this spectrum of the gaming community, because that's the community that we're a part of. But like when you venture out, like I remember it was either Nickodemus or Fame. I remember one of the PAX videos that you guys did, you talked about just the love at PAX and how everybody at PAX, they didn't care if you were PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox.
That was me. That wasn't Fame, that was me.
Yeah, so it's like everybody just cares about games, and like I feel like that's the way that it is, period. I think that if people see something dope and something interesting, they're gonna buy into it because it looks fun to them. Right. I think that this whole fanboy thing is just really something that we see on YouTube a lot, because that's where we at.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's about the games.
Yeah, when you go outside of this place and you just be talking to regular people, they don't have no idea what
exactly. The same gamers that play COD, Grand Theft Auto, FIFA, Madden. Those same gamers are on PlayStation and Xbox, and they are the majority.
Yeah, and they are on.
And they
happy. We talk about them because that's all they play.
They don't care about teraflops. They don't care about frame rate.
None of that. They don't even know what it is.
Pixels. They don't care about maximizing.
It's the game fun.
Like when I tell my cousin like all the stuff, he like, man, what is that, man? I don't know what the hell. Like, tell me what good games is out, yo. I'm like, well, I'll tell you what I like. He was like, well, just tell me what you like then, and I'll see if I like it or not.
Yeah, that's kind of
how they look at it.
That's kind of how like a lot of people are. It's like they don't care about all of that, man. We only care about it because we're too busy trying to lead, horses to the river, and they don't want to drink. You know what I'm saying? Like let people like what they like and keep it moving. Who cares?
You know, it's a beautiful scene at PAX.
Yep.
That we showed a video of it, but a scene that it was just a beautiful thing to see. When Mamacita led us to the free play game room. Oh, yeah. And it was just nothing but from classic to it was from Atari 2600 to PS4, all up and through the room, and everybody's just sitting around playing. It was just a beautiful thing, man. I was like, this is gaming. Yeah, people would get outside of Twitter and YouTube for a moment. Yeah, we cut up on here, we go back and forth, but a lot of people don't know we playing.
Right.
But that's the thing though, like y'all talk about it, but y'all talk about it in like a jovial manner. You're not really like, oh, you're a
like serious,
you know what I'm saying? Like
I'll come to your house.
Y'all are legitimately having like discussions about what's going on in gaming, and that's fine. I don't have anything against that, but it's like when you on the foolishness, I can't rock with it, bro. So if I see you doing it, I'm unfollowing you. That's all.
It's cool to throw a little jab here or there because we shoot.
We all do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It just be funny, especially when you with your guys and you.
I gotta be careful because Nioh just started following me last week.
Calm down, my boy.
She been following me for a month.
But see, Nioh, I'm with you with that though, because if you check my feed, you check my Twitter feed, you don't see me throwing shade at anybody's community, at anybody's game, at anything. I am a pro gamer. I tweet and I retweet or I talk about what I like about gaming, what's good about gaming. I don't throw shade at anybody. I don't get into the back and forth and things. So I mean, you can go 2-3 years at my Twitter feed, and I don't do it.
Oh yeah, I got called a traitor. I got called a traitor.
Oh,
I got called a trader. I'm a flip flopper. I'm not gonna rock with Iron Wolf.
That's crazy, dude.
No.
Right? I was talking to somebody on Twitter about this the other day about how I think it was Erica. I might have been talking to Erica about a couple weeks ago, how some people, they take their favorite thing, that favorite brand, and they attach it to their identity. And that is the most dangerous thing you could ever do, is when you attach your identity with a brand, because regardless of what people think about any of these gaming companies, all of these gaming companies ebb and flow every generation. Sometimes they had their good points, sometimes they had their low points, sometimes they have their great points, sometimes they had their absolute worst points. And we're all on those sides at any point in the generation, any generation, regardless, spanning all the way back to when gaming became something that was a household thing, right? So it's like, when people attach their identity to these things, like, you're always going to be on this emotional edge, because gaming is this industry. It ebbs and flows like any industry ever, right? So it's like, to me, that's a really dangerous thing, man. I think people just have to really like sit back and think, okay, I know I love this company, but am I really like making this like a part of who I am? Like, you're not like I'm a big Nintendo fan, right? But I am not like Nintendo's not my identity. It's my hobby. That's what I like. You know what I mean? So it's like, when people say something bad about Nintendo, it's like, are you gonna react to this? I'm like, why?
Why? I mean,
all I know is Zelda's coming out. Can we talk about that? You know, like, that's all I care about.
It's different about just having a normal discussion about it, and like, you know what I'm saying, just between gamers and stuff like that. But when you flat out get pissed off because somebody said something about your favorite brand, like, come on.
That's what I'm saying. And people take it like legit to heart. Like, sometimes like I'll live stream something and then somebody will come on and be like, oh, Nintendo sucks. Like, are you expecting me to get mad? Like,
like, you don't own Nintendo.
I don't own Nintendo. I have no stocks in them. If they F up, even I say they F up. So it's like, why should I care?
That's the thing. That's what makes what you're saying so beautiful, because before social media and all that crazy stuff, this was gaming. You go to the store, you look at a game, you look at the back of the box, read the box. You hear about games. You hear about games by word of mouth, if they're good or not, and you buy the game. That's it. And you just have
I used to go in the grocery store, man, and look at the magazine.
X-Play. X-Play. I got my gaming news from X-Play.
Yeah, me too.
Either X-Play, or it was like the demo disc they used to have in the PlayStation joints, like the ones at
they had the demos on
jam pack joints. You have about 15 demos on one.
Hold me back with that.
Back in the day, I didn't know nothing about the game that wasn't on like the box and in the freaking guide. Like, that's all I went off. So it's like, does it look fun?
There's always been a console war, though. I won't.
Oh yeah, there's always been console.
Social media aspect wasn't there.
It's just like there's always been console wars, but now it's to the fact where it's like goons. Like, you a goon for your brand. You feel me? You ready to die for your brand, my boy.
We were streaming Ruby. I had a dude go on my stream and tell me, why you always streaming on Ps4 when you claim to be an Xbox fan?
What the hell? What difference do it make you a gamer?
I was tripping, bro. I had to read it twice.
I spoke. There's a valid reason for that, though. You told him what the reason was?
How is it a valid? Look, I'm a Nintendo gamer. I play my PC like 95% of the time. What does that mean?
He streams on PS4, but he streams on PS4 because they have the capability to stream straight from the PS4 to freaking YouTube. That's why.
I like the games on the PS4, but I was flabbergasted by him saying, why are you streaming on PS4 and you claim to be an Xbox fan? So I can't be a fan of Xbox and PlayStation.
Like, you gotta choose one, fam. You gotta choose one.
But Nick, Fame, I used to get messages when I go on my PS4. I get messages, or welcome back Xbox. And some people would just joking. So I'm not talking about my fans that are joking with me. So I think you need to move on. But I would get Xbox, and I go on my Xbox, and a few would say, welcome back, Pony, little things. And some of them were joking, but then some of it was like trying to throw shade. So I'm like, and mind you, these are folk that are just heavy into this war. But I'm gonna say this, when I was gaming, in my younger days, I don't remember arguing about who had what system. If the console war was always there, I didn't see it, and it wasn't.
It was always there, but it was the corporation.
Yes, it was there because if somebody had a Nintendo NES or somebody had, and I remember the ColecoVision. If somebody had, you know, a whatever, so we just went to each other's house or had the Sega. We just went and we didn't care. Oh, you got a gaming system. We didn't say, well, which system was this?
Right.
Exactly.
We're trying to figure out what good games that system got.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was more about the games at the end. Like when we were arguing, it was about Mortal Kombat not having blood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Saying because you know the Nintendo joint didn't have blood, but the
Sega Genesis did.
Blood, so that's what we was talking.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was like the Sega Genesis is better because it got blood.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was about the game, and it was more like jovial too. It wasn't like like I mentioned earlier. So it was like,
yeah, but
like the joint with Fame, I was dying when Fame posted up. He was like, the Microsoft cats would talk more about certain games and not controllers. And somebody went up under his Twitter and was like, "Why are you whining?" I said, "What in the?" So he's whining because he wants Microsoft to talk about games
instead of
controllers.
Right.
Before E3, are you freaking serious?
And the irony of him tweeting me that was, you're whining about me tweeting about wanting more games.
That's crazy. Right?
You say I'm whining because I want more games, but you're whining about my tweet.
When I saw that, and I commented. Usually I don't comment, but I commented. I was like, "You really said that? Like, are you freaking?" And then I knew Fame was going to do a video. It wasn't 15 minutes later. 15 minutes later, Fame did a video.
Rich, you know what you stepping into when you do that. You know what's going to happen.
I was like, "Are you like?" It's not even that he's like bitching or moaning or complaining.
Right.
He's wondering, like, I see y'all bringing out controllers and you ain't talking about no games.
Give me something. Give me some new games to play on these controllers. With these controllers.
Exactly.
That's what Erica said in a little slick comment. I seen that. Erica is funny.
Yeah, she's like, Xbox, what game am I supposed to be playing with these new controllers?
I don't think that's fair though, guys, because it's not like Path of Exiles wasn't announced. It's not like we don't know. But see, the other thing is when we talk about no games,
it was just how.
But what I'm saying is we do know that there are games coming to Xbox in 2020.
State of Decay 2 gets an announcement at E3.
We may not know the date, but come on, we know at E3 we're going to get game. We're going to get, and it's not like there aren't games available. I mean, I can remember this same conversation. Actually, I was defending my PlayStation family when Xbox guys was saying there were no games on PlayStation. Exactly. And when the PlayStation CEO came out and said, "I know that our lineup is sparse." Okay, and Xbox guys were throwing shade at y'all, saying where the games, and there were video after video about that there are no games. So my thing is, that's what I'm talking about. Why do we do this? We act like we haven't been here before on the other side.
Exactly.
And we have.
But my thing was how he came at Fame, like he was just like, "You have the audacity to ask for something," and I was like, "Yo, like, like these are companies that supposed to be like, how can I say? They're supposed to be for us." You know what I'm saying?
Gamers can't ask for games. Apparently, gamers can't ask for games,
and that's ridiculous.
Right.
That didn't make no sense to me. He was like, "Yo, why are you whining?" And I was like, "Oh God."
Hey, speaking of games, go back to the Phil Spencer said that some games are coming. He promised some games are coming. So when did he say? Did he say when they're gonna make announcements of games dropping in 2017?
It's probably gonna be E3.
E3.
He said
E3. New IP. They were gonna announce some new IP.
Some new IPs.
Yeah, that stuff is coming E3. It was new.
But then State of Decay 2 also announced that they were going to release. They were going to announce their release date at E3.
But
so I don't know if knowing that Scorpio is coming. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be any games with game release dates, but I'm saying we know that a new console is coming. How many games are we expecting them to announce and give us release dates before they actually announce a Scorpio?
If they wait till E3, isn't that kind of like late though?
Well, but that's not the argument I'm making at E3. I'm saying rather the Scorpio may be announced next month or month after that. I don't know when they're going to announce it. What I'm saying is, are we going to expect them to announce games now before they even announce or show us the Scorpio?
I would think that Cuphead would have been had a date by now.
I think they need to.
And should come out before that.
But what I'm
Also,
saying is, give us the release dates with these games when they announce and show us Scorpio, and I am expecting that when Scorpio
most
is
of those
announced.
probably come out this year. I think a lot
That's
of
what
those
I'm
games that they
saying.
go-
I think that if Microsoft really wanted to like kind of like placate their fans and stuff, it's like right now, like Xbox is doing the same thing like Nintendo used to do. Like they are doing like they're like super quiet, and when you're super quiet, like that makes people like worry. You know what I mean? So it's like I think that they should at least kind of give updates on some of the games that they know for sure are already like ready or about to be ready, and kind of give them like, you know, like a time frame. We expect this game to come at this time or around this time or something like that, to kind of make people feel easy. You know, like if you have like a console, you want to feel like it's not in vain. You want to feel like you're always going to have like content coming to it. So you know, and I don't, you know, I'm not one of those people out there that's like, oh, Microsoft ain't got no game. You know, that's dumb. Whatever.
I think
but it's like at least let give us updates on what's going on with the games that's coming.
I would say the best news we've heard from Microsoft in a long time is the fact that the creators of Forza Horizon 3, which people will claim that Forza Horizon 3 is the best racing game ever, those developers have added to their team to now split it in two, to now Playground Games will now be not only doing Forza, they're creating a new non-open world racing game with their
that is awesome.
Which they're developing right now. So this gives me hope that now the coalition and 343 can as well. Because Playground, all they did was Forza, and now Playground is two teams, and they have an open world non-racing game in development right now. It's called
that is awesome.
That's awesome. Everybody needs to do that. I keep telling people this. I hate when one developer sticks to one thing for so long, like especially for a generation. I think usually it's good to try something different. If it doesn't work out, okay. But your talent, sometimes they get stuck in their ways, and they only making one game, and it you can kind of tell. And when the numbers and the game ain't looking right, that they're not inspired anymore.
Yeah.
And freaking the people who are making Horizon, I'm glad that they stepped away from Killzone, man. Killzone was a whole last generation, man. Like it's time to let it go and do something different. The people at Naughty Dog, you know how many franchises they've killed?
Yeah.
Sony will kill a franchise in a minute.
And people be begging for stuff to come back, and they're like, nope, we on something new. We've grown up since Jak and Daxter, fam.
Yeah, usually everybody wants them. Like even I want a new Jak and Daxter, but they've grown away from Jak and Daxter.
And that's a good thing though.
Yeah,
definitely a good thing.
Because it doesn't get stagnant. Like you're not gonna have the same part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 coming out. You know, they bringing new IPs slowly here and there, like we were talking about earlier. That's what we need, man.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
it's time for a new generation of Mario, something different, something that the people that's young now can grow up with. You know.
Yeah, like when Last of Us came out, we didn't have like no clue that was coming from Naughty Dog. We always just knew Uncharted, and then that was it for last generation. And then they started off a game that can become a new franchise. You know what I'm saying? Freaking the cats, Insomniac. Insomniac was what? They was doing Ratchet and Clank for a while, and then what did they do? Resistance. And then they went from Resistance to Sunset Overdrive, and now they're doing Spider-Man. Like it's good. Yeah, it's good to see something different.
I love Insomniac.
Or even
you guys really think that Microsoft is gonna start? I mean, I know you mentioned the Forza deal, fame. So you guys really think Microsoft's gonna start doing that with their studios, or they're buying more studios?
No, they're gonna start this with them allowing Playground to do something. But people always complain Forza Gears Halo, Forza. With Microsoft, with Microsoft allowing Playground to create basically they added they added more people to the team to maybe split it in two to create a whole other game. I can see this happening with the Coalition and 343 because Microsoft is finally, them doing this is proof they're finally getting it.
This is a great thing.
I didn't even know that, man. You just gave me some new information today. I didn't even know.
I knew about it.
And the fact that they have shut down a lot of their other studios as well, kind of, because even when they closed down Lionhead Studios, they still left the door open that the Fable series could still, become.
I want Rare to take over Fable. I really do.
I would love for it.
It's a good thing.
They would do a good job with it too.
And revamp the Fable series and come out with a revamped action RPG, even with that good old Albion lore and humor of Fable. I still say keep that, but I think modernize it, adultify it.
We talking about trash Fable or trash ass Fable?
See, you see what I mean? You see how the shade always every time you got
I don't know. I can't say
throw
Fable
shade
Nothing wrong with
at the Xbox games. See, you say you don't have no games.
Oh, let me use the Let me use the logic. It's for somebody. Might not be for everybody, but it's for somebody. Even if us two guys, they played that.
Fable a good game.
Microsoft to buy Remedy, and I was like,
nah, they need to come with something different than Fable.
Like, no, I'm just saying in general to just to poof up their first party base. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's nothing wrong with doing that.
Fable had a loyal following. You also heard me say with a modernized Fable, and I also said, make it more up to date, keep some of the lore.
Well, the developers, they didn't want to make Fable Legends. They wanted to make a dark Fable game, like a Fable 4. They wanted to be a dark,
and that's what they could do. Game. Yes, and they could do it because they have the enemies in the game to do it. It's already set up. It's set up to do it. The
lore has always been there. It's what 3 games deep.
They had 3. They had that stupid Kinect game, which is horrible. And on 360 they had
Microsoft tried to force them to do the internet thing with the Fable game.
From what I read and what I've heard, they didn't want to do Fable Legends. The developers wanted to make a dark and gritty Fable 4, and Microsoft wanted to make Fable Legends.
But I think that's because if that's true, I would make the argument because of the way the gaming kind of culture was moving to that online multiplayer co-op mindset. If that's true, if that's the case, I can only see that was the only argument I could make for them even saying that, if that's the case. But I think honestly, the true Fable fans, we were not asking for Fable Legends. I mean, I love Fable and I liked playing Fable Legends, but I would have preferred a Fable 4.
Yeah,
that would have been my preference.
I didn't see a lot of people who was enjoying it. Like the people who actually.
Hey, I like Fable Legends.
A lot of people were enjoying Fable Legends. I don't know where you getting that from, because I was in there for 2 years. Oh no! Fable Legends was nice.
That joint was fun.
Was a nice game, and I watched that game grow from its. It was kind of, in the beginning, wonky. It was, and it was glitchy, and what in the world? And then over the 2 years, that game grew.
Mad updates to it and stuff like that.
It was. That joint was almost 2 years. I was in that beta for 2 years. Yeah. And mind you, that game got a beta, and even we had a release time frame for that, and that was king. So
we're running short on time. I want to switch topics. I apologize. We take our 2 topics left to touch on. I want to talk about the Nintendo Switch Online. Me personally, I
told myself you did there. I want to switch topics.
Switch it up.
The Nintendo Switch Online. I said for the moment, and I gave my word that I would not buy the online. But 2 things have changed my mind, and I always reserve the right to change my mind. So here are the 2 things.
Says who?
Says me. 2 things made me change my mind. Number 1, Splatoon 2 is effing amazing.
It sure is. Yes,
and
it is.
Number 2 is that it's gonna be $30 a year. I will pay $30 a year just to play Splatoon 2 online.
Oh my god.
Sorry. What do you got? What do I think about Nintendo Switch Online being $30 a year?
Did they just announce the price? Did they announce also features and everything you're gonna get with it?
We still don't know nothing about that. Still don't know nothing about that. That's a sore spot for me.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, how can y'all be like excited for it and y'all don't even know what the features are?
Right.
Like what they giving you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm excited. I said I would, for Splatoon 2 alone, I would pay $30 a year.
Oh, okay. Because you as a consumer, you need to know what you're getting before you want to.
And I'm almost certain they're gonna have the basic. I do think it's dumb if they don't have Netflix on their tablet day one. I think that's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb. You finna be disappointed, my guy.
Nia knows what goes on at Nintendo.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think we didn't have. I know one time I think we didn't have Twitch. I think PS4 didn't have Twitch, and there's some other things we didn't have at launch.
It won't be there at launch, my dude. I'm telling you.
Oh, I know it won't. I know it won't be there, but I know those things are coming. Like I said, I won't even. I know it's going to be free for a while. So I don't know when Splatoon 2 drops, but I'm not playing. I'm buying that game to play it online. When I first get the console, that's the point of me having it. I think I'll be free because I'm only gonna be playing Zelda, which by the way, will be Game of the Year. Oh no, it's not. Game of the Year runner-up 2017.
What's gonna be Game of the Year?
Game of the Year.
I hate to ask.
Game of the Year 2017 will be South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
Of course,
no.
Of course.
I'm gonna be
Game of the Year.
Not gonna happen, fam.
I don't know
It's
about
just not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Game of the Year.
It's not gonna
I
happen.
mean, I don't know. I heard the first one was
awesome.
pretty good.
Great.
It was freaking awesome.
It was fun watching.
Yeah, the
I
first
watched
one, yeah.
Crunk stream it. I watched her stream it. It was fun, but it's not.
I got
Game of the Year.
PS3 and the PS4 version, so y'all tell me on that one.
Not be Game of the Year.
Runner-up. It will.
Nah, I'm telling you,
No,
bro.
it won't.
Yo, I don't know
No,
why
it
people
won't.
say this, but yo, Nia knows this. A lot of the publications, them suckers love Zelda, dog.
Yeah, Zelda might win it out just because
That attach rate will be almost
Mario is gonna beat Zelda. Remember, Mario comes out
Both
this
of
year.
them might run in the game.
Mario's gonna beat Zelda. I can see Mario being a contender.
Bro, I'll put money Zelda has a 90 or above Metacritic score.
Yep.
He'll get a high score.
92.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be way
He'll
high.
get a high score. I think if it comes out the right way, it's gonna.
It's going to outsell Horizon.
Or above Metacritic score.
Who's gonna say it's gonna outsell? Of course, it's gonna outsell Horizon. It's a well-established franchise. Of course, it is, sir.
No, I got 60 million consoles. They got 60 million consoles, so
It's supposed to outsell Horizon. Don't even try. Don't try to scale it back.
they damage controlling
Horizon
already.
is like Horizon is like.
Because
I'm
everybody
gonna tell you the reason. I'm gonna tell you the reason why it's gonna sell. It's gonna outsell it because it's a well-established franchise. I mean, this is a well-established franchise, and you guys ain't got nothing else to play on the Switch. That's the
But you
only
got
game
60 million consoles.
I'm gonna say
the
it
only
like
game you guys gonna play.
console
The
sale.
only game
I'ma say it like
you guys gonna play.
No,
If the Switch sells 1 million copies, Zelda's gonna sell 1 million copies. That's all you guys got.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's a fact.
That's all you guys got.
Switch game. But listen, y'all got
It's not impressive. That is not a good thing.
We're PlayStation. We have 57 million console sold. That means 57 million players are going to play Horizon Zero
No,
Dawn.
that's not what that means.
It's great.
Not
Shut
that
up.
means. Totally different.
I'm gonna turn to Mike Tyson.
Totally different scenario. PlayStation has like a million games. It has like 1 million games. So you got like the freaking diversity is immense. So everybody's playing so many
PlayStation got 1 million games. Is this a fact?
I ain't saying no million.
It's got
It's
700. I'm sorry. It has 760. It's slightly less than 1 million. Okay.
PS4
Yes, PS4 has 700 something games.
is 700,000? Because you said 1 million.
No, it has 700 something.
So you lied.
Oh, dude.
You lied.
I was just a little off.
So those are alternative facts.
I was just a little off.
Those are alternative facts.
I was slightly off. I mean,
Alternative
1 million, 700 something. Same.
Y'all are cracking me up.
You can't trust somebody that's supposed to be black, but he light skinned.
But we cannot deny that the interest at PAX South for the Switch was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was at E3 too, girl.
It was extremely high, and I have to say that when I actually held the Switch in my hands, I was actually surprised at how premium the device felt, and it felt really good in my hand. And I mean, it didn't feel like my Wii U, which felt very cheaply made. You know, that Wii U tablet, I would say. And so and then those that were on the like the 3DS, how they were excited to migrate over. I mean, that was their the number one thing I heard them saying. I can't wait for the Switch was I could take it on the go, and they felt like they were getting it was a upgrade for them coming from the 3DS. So It's not like we know the 3DS still sells very well. Okay, so I mean, I would just make the argument that I'm not one of those ones that's ready to put Nintendo out to pasture and say that they just fell short with the Switch and just say they're not they're not understanding the gamers. I think they are understanding where their gamers are very well. They are understanding their community, and I think that they understand that mobile gaming is a very is very high, and though not just in Japan, but even across the world, and people are going to enjoy taking gaming on the go because the 3DS sells very well.
Right.
So
that's where they fans are at.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's gonna do good. Don't get me wrong. I think it's gonna do good and everything like that. But my thing is, like I've said this several times on this podcast and whatever other podcast I've been on, I'm not a Nintendo fan because Nintendo hasn't done anything personally for me as a gamer in many years. That's what I'm saying. So personally, for me as a gamer, I don't have the hope you guys have. I don't see what you guys see because they have done nothing but disappoint me over the last few years. Just me as a gamer. I'm not saying what they have delivered as just total trash and all that stuff, but to me, no interest whatsoever. So I have no interest whatsoever in the Switch until they show improve. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nick, and I really do want them to do well because I need somebody to give PlayStation 4 some competition because no one else is doing it. So I need someone to give PlayStation some competition before PlayStation gets way too big.
Shut up, Nick.
Oh my God.
Nick, unmute yourself. I can't unmute him right now. I can't unmute him.
Why you hating, bro? Why you trying to BG me, bro? Why you trying to BG me, bro? What's going on, bro? What's going on? Do I need to act ignorant right now? Do I need to say faggot?
The bromance is over. No more matching shirts.
No.
Oh man.
You know what? I will say this. Some gamers that I know, no matter what Nintendo does, they're not gonna give you a chance. And then there's some who aren't aren't swayed by nostalgia.
Right.
So there's some gamers like that too, and some gamers feel like Nintendo hasn't grown with them. They feel like Nintendo has stayed in the same spot forever, and it hasn't grown up with, like, we've grown up, but Nintendo hasn't.
Last time I had fun with Mario Kart like that was GameCube. Mario Kart was a fun game and everything, but the last time I thought really myself sitting down, really having fun with a Mario Kart game was GameCube, man. Like,
you know, and I'm on
not doing it for me.
I'm on the fence with it like you, Nick. Like, I'm gonna get a Switch because my boy Fame says live and it looked at live, but the thing about it is, like, I'm only gonna play probably Mario and maybe Zelda, and that's it.
I can't spend money on nothing like that. I can't spend money on
Nick, just come to my house. Nick, just come to my house, bro. I'ma have it. You can come play it, bro. If you don't want to spend the money on it, come to the house. I am definitely with stuff like that. Because like a friend of mine, I don't have the PSVR because I know that it's not for me. But a friend of mine has it. He told me he's got it. I'm like, oh shit, it's lit. Let me come over there. I want to play it. So I'll definitely do stuff like that. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this thing is trash. I'm not gonna play it. I can't warrant the purchase to bring it to my house.
Question for the panel, and this is a serious question here, seriously. Do you believe with the gamer today and the type of gamers that we have today, and I'm not talking about the type of gamers that we had with, Nintendo and Sega and PlayStation 1 of old. I'm talking about the type of gamers today. Do you really feel like this market could support a Nintendo, Microsoft, and a PlayStation, 3 consoles that brings the same type of games to the gamer? If Nintendo had released a console that rivals or even better than PS4 Pro or X or Scorpio,
they don't have.
Do you think that our gaming community could really support?
No. To answer your question, no.
Okay, no. So
they can. But the thing is, I'm not knocking what Nintendo is doing, because it's going to appeal to somebody. It definitely is. I mean, that's apparent. A lot of people are hyped for it. I'm not saying that, but for me, that's what I'm saying. I can only bring out my opinion, what's on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I don't think it's enough. For me, I would have to see like some new IPs and things like they used to do back in the day. They always brought their own flavor to the game. I give them credit for that, but it seems like the flavor has run dry over the last few years for me. Right. If they would bring out their own flavor with new IPs and some new fresh things, like BFG was saying earlier, bring something new to this new generation that, especially like the kids, and grow them up into a new, icon. You know what I'm saying? Like Mario, this nigga has been around since the 70s. Like, exactly. Okay, let's bring out somebody new that appeals to these kids. You know what I'm saying?
So many IPs, though. That's I will say that.
Yeah, so bring them out.
Nioh can tell you more than me, but
they need to make God, what's the name of that game? The Nintendo game. God, the space game.
Metroid.
No,
Star
not
Fox?
Metroid.
Star Fox.
But they need a Metroid too, but not that one.
Star Fox.
Star
No,
Fox.
not that one.
Huh?
It's the one where you take the little plant things and mine and what the Pikmin.
Pikmin. I love Pikmin.
And I'm saying that because listen, it's not a game that I play. I don't care for it at all. But like my wife, like she's a Nintendo fan and she plays Pikmin, and those type of games interest her. Like that interests people. They need to bring out a new Pikmin.
So quick
GameStop.
and awkward transition. We apologize. Does anybody? Is anyone surprised that GameStop out here lying?
Nope. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all.
Really?
I'm
They've
not.
been lying.
Come on,
They're
guys.
lying, dog. Like
They've been lying
most
since
of
they
us,
opened.
we already know what it is. Like we been new.
Yeah,
I
they've
shop
been
at
lying
Best
since
Buy.
they've been
I
open.
gave up on them. I ain't shopped in GameStop in like a year. Well, I take that back. I went there and bought that trash NBA Live because I lost that bet against Kid Smooth.
So, I only go to GameStop if I absolutely have to.
Other than that, yeah, I haven't been in like a year or so.
Yeah.
Only reason I go to GameStop would be for like when the PS4 came out, and instead of me outright paying for it, I put $100 on it and I just start paying on it. You know what I'm saying? Or if a game comes out and I know I may not have the money when it comes out, I'll pre-order it, and then every couple of weeks when I get money, I'll like put 20 here, put 10 here, and pay it off.
You can do that at Best Buy, fam. You can do all
I
that
don't
at
have
Best
a
Buy.
yo. You know what? I live in a small ass town. I don't have a Best Buy in my town.
What?
Damn.
GameStop, Walmart, and that's it.
Dang.
I live in a small ass town, man. That's why I deal with Amazon. Amazon is
Amazon is your best friend.
Yeah. I'm an Amazon fiend, man.
Yeah, Amazon Life though.
Yeah, Amazon is definitely one.
Amazon Life.
Yeah.
I pay $50 to $53 for $64 games. I'll take it.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, my thing with GameStop, I stopped a long time ago, but my thing is like I PC game more than anything, so I get games like for $30 when they brand new anyway. So why go to GameStop? Makes no sense.
GameStop be cheating, man. Like you'll come in there and ask for something, and if they don't want you to have it, you won't have it.
I was not surprised. I was not surprised by that.
Those don't know. Those are really quick. The problem that it's called the life cycle program, whatever it is. Basically, they're making their employees lie to you and tell you they don't have new copies. You get by the used copies, which a lot of the times the new copy will be on sale cheaper than the used copy. Like we talked earlier about with Crunk last week, Rainbow Siege 6 was 19 new and 40 something used.
Yeah, that joint was 19.
They try to get over on you,
$20, and then went to see the pre-owned joint. That joint was $44.
Why?
Exactly.
Because they get all the money.
You can buy it new for $20.
They get all the money.
It was a Ubisoft sale, I'm pretty sure, but GameStop not gonna knock their used price lower than that sale because once the sale is up, it went back to 60. So they're not gonna change that price.
Like, because if you buy, Siege has two versions. It has a gold version and a regular version. The gold version is like season 2. Season 2 got all like the DLC. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then they had it free for the PlayStation. I'm like, this looks interesting. I may buy the game. And I seen that. I might well buy it new.
Yep.
Not $20. I was like, now if I went in there to the pre-owned section, because most of the time when you go on GameStop, you're not going in there looking at the what's like new. You go to the pre-owned section off top.
Low.
Like, and to think that they would actually ball face your face, like we know, but the community might not know, man. The community, they go in there and they gonna get cheated if you don't ask.
Mamacita, like I got hoes.
Most people don't know how to ask questions.
Sorry.
Don't get got.
But what do you think? What does GameStop do to stay relevant? I mean, I'm not excusing that behavior at all, but I think they know they're on their way out, and I think they're just like trying to do whatever they can do to try to survive.
GameStop killed them. I'm not GameStop. Amazon murdered them when they started doing what they're doing now, and they're not charging you for like if you got Prime, you get it day one, and you getting the cutoff like I think $10 to $15.
Yeah, it's 20%.
Yeah, it's like 20%. So say if I buy 2K but I don't buy the regular version. I buy the gold version.
You get it for like $45. Oh, the gold version.
And not even Amazon, Best Buy too, man. Best Buy,
Best Buy got some deals too.
Best Buy is legit, man.
I'm just saying, for me, Amazon is better because it comes to my front door.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I'm
your
saying
situation.
that, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I'm talking about like the competition factor. Like,
yeah,
there's all of these outlets that are like providing all of these incentives for gamers, and it's kind of putting GameStop ass out.
It is. I have not paid $60 for a new game in 2 years. I'm just telling you that right now. Best Buy is the shiznit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. GameStop really like, and then when Microsoft and Sony was doing their thing in 2013, it was in shambles. It was like, oh shit, like we might be in trouble. You know.
The only thing I don't like about Best Buy is they don't do midnight releases. That's the only thing I don't like about it. You gotta wait till freaking like 10 a.m. the day of release to freaking get your game.
But see, GameStop, they've stopped doing midnight releases too. On
they have nothing then. Wow.
Yeah, they don't do like they used to last year.
I was gonna give them that at least.
Nah, man. It depends. Like sometimes it depends on what freaking town you live in. You have to call around to see if they're gonna even have a midnight launch.
Oh man.
And then that's just sad, man. Because last gen midnight launch used to be lit. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, for real.
Black Ops 2 midnight launch.
Yeah, the man used to be in them competitions and stuff.
Yeah, like I know they used to have like Gears and Halo and Call of Duty, and like Call of Duty lines be around the corner.
Yo, that Gears one, I remember we had pizza, all types of snacks up in there waiting for that.
I didn't even know.
I think it was Gears 2. It was Gears 2.
Yeah,
you gotta be a dumbass to stand outside and go to a GameStop and buy a game at midnight when you could have had that joint pre-downloaded the week before, ready to play right at 12.
I'm talking about
Well,
honestly, I mean, some people they like the physical stuff.
Yeah, some people like physical.
I like physical because if I don't like the game, if I don't like the game and I bought it digital, I'm stuck with it.
Like especially when you get like the because like with Gears 2. And Gears 1, I got the collector's edition, you know what I'm saying? So people like to get that, you know, real collector's edition rather than the digital stuff all the time. So I understand why people go out there and do that.
I just like holding my games. Like I got like 2 stacks full of games over here, and I just like the feel of my game. I like the fact that I own it, that if I want to take it somewhere and sell it, I can sell it. If GameStop take it for 15, I know my homeboy will buy it for 30 because he don't even know about GameStop.
I'm light skinned.
Wow.
Get it up.
Homeboy, you got that nigga don't know about GameStop.
No, I mean like when it comes to he'd rather buy it off of me than go.
Oh, okay. Then go,
You know what I'm saying?
Jaleesa low key getting over people though. Look at
Nah, man, I know my worth. I know my game worth. GameStop might not know the worth, but I do.
Nickodemus, you like holding your games too, right?
I like holding my games, not in the way you're thinking. Okay? I know what you are insinuating. I do like holding my games.
Not forget
in a different way. Okay.
That Nickodemus was under his sheets playing Witcher 3 during PAX.
Yeah,
I was.
And he also had his pony period according to Mamacita.
Okay.
I definitely the pony period is debatable. Okay.
Find that you were remote playing.
I did receive a tampon and some Midol.
Yes, he did.
I did. But I was under the
Crunk
sheets.
Girl. Yep. After that last podcast, when I met them, I said, you know what? Next time you try to come at me sideways, here's a tampon and a Midol for you to take.
Yeah, she got me. She came out.
It was literally within 2 minutes of us all meeting for the first time. This happened.
Yep. So yeah, she got me.
Mamacita's a savage. God,
yeah, that was definitely creative. I gave her props on that one. I definitely like jokes.
It was awesome.
She hit me with that one. And I was under the sheets playing The Witcher. Yes, I was, but that's all I was doing. Okay, that's all I was doing. Okay.
You sure you wasn't in that sex scene with Lenny?
No, I wasn't.
And the weird part about
forget Yennefer, dog. It's all about Triss. I'm on that Triss life. Forget her.
The weird part about what he did was as he was done playing, he texted me and asked me what shirt I was wearing the next day. Weird as hell. I couldn't think of what he was texting.
Oh my God. Lies and propaganda. Like I said, all over. I did not do that. I'm a grown man. I do not call and text other men what they're wearing.
It's no lie though. We have y'all on camera with them.
I know I'm light skinned, but I'm the realest dude out here. Okay, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
We gotta get up out of here. I apologize for having the show run so late, and I think with this panel, I love this panel. I love having the video game here. I love having BFD. I love having someone that with these two on here. We can literally talk for hours on end. But unfortunately, as you guys should be coughing, I'm actually sick as hell, and it's getting late, and I actually got to boogie. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap the show up. I apologize, but I do want to get the outro started. So my light-skinned brother from somebody else's mother, Nickodemus.
Yo, what's up? This is Nickodemus, the king of indies himself. And yeah, definitely a fun show, man. Always fun, like Fame said, to have Nioh and BFG on here. You guys are like my favorite guests of all time on this show. That's for sure.
No doubt.
Thank you, brother.
Definitely appreciate y'all always saying yes to coming on and stuff like that. But I'm gonna keep it short. Go to TiCGN.com for all your gaming related news, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys check out the Trophy Life podcast on the TiC YouTube channel. It will be bi-weekly on Tuesdays right before this podcast. So you guys get to see me 2 times, or hear from me at least 2 times in the same week, guys. So it's truly a blessing. There is a God and he is good. Okay.
Right.
Oh my God.
So then we got my right hand one man, Miss Reese's Peanut Butter Cup herself.
Mamacita. Always got these grandiose titles for me, but yeah, thank you, Video Gamer and BFG. Yeah, you guys do. You really bring. I think you just fit in with us, so I just really appreciate that. And Crunk Girl, it's so good to have you back, girl. I'm just like being in the podcast with these guys all the time, girl. You can just try not to leave me hanging. Girl, yes, just try not to. I understand sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but try your best not to leave me.
You survive with us out there in San Antonio, girl. Like it's that bad.
I know not. I'm playing around. They good. No, y'all are really good. And I said at the beginning, y'all are some really good guys. And I love rolling with you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up, Mamacita, and I am out.
Then we got the queen of sports games, my homegirl from around the corner, Crunk Girl.
Country from around the corner. What's going on, everybody? Shouts out to the chat. Shouts out to everybody in here, man. I had to always have a ball doing this podcast, man. In here talking about these games, which is what we always should be talking about. Also, shouts out to everybody out there who watches and supports us, man. And also, just because I'm sports related, shouts out to Charles Oakley for going in the garden tonight and almost knocking somebody out in the second row.
He always was gangster.
Getting escorted out of the
Charles Oakley, an old school gangster. He from back in the days with them bad boys.
Yeah, man. My man
James
Charles Oakley was finna go ham in the garden. It took 10 officers to escort him out of the building. I just had to throw that out there because my man Charles is out here wilding. But yeah, man, I'm going, man. But yeah, I just had to bring that up because my man is out here wilding in the garden, bro.
Let's see if I can pull this out. My throat messing up. And then we got coming up next. We got the beautiful, the lovely Miss. I just followed Fang 2 weeks ago on Twitter. Let's go.
Nice.
I'm so done.
That's kind of sexy.
So done.
Yeah, thank you.
Bare white voice on.
Yeah, you got some up in you.
Can't get enough of your love, babe.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Oh.
So done with you,
I'm
man.
gonna have the music ready next time we get video game on. I'm gonna serenade her ass.
Oh, crazy,
man. Once again, it's your girl Nioh, the video gamer. Thank you guys so much for having me on. It's always a pleasure, man. Like I tell everybody, man, if y'all want to go and listen to some real gamers talk, man, come to this channel. Like just the best of gaming from all spectrums on this podcast. I love it. I love this podcast. I love the panel. You guys are awesome. If you guys are interested in some real talk Nintendo opinions, you can check out my channel at youtube.com/videogameher. And I guess that's it.
Dope.
Yeah, but then we got to do with the coldest intro and outro on YouTube. BFG.
Man, what's up, man? I want to thank you guys for having me on again. You know, I love being here. It's like family. I want to say, Xbox, please come out with some new games because I'm tired of looking in the Xbox store and the only thing I see I might want to buy is Quantum Break and I really don't want to buy it. I need something to play.
Uh-oh.
So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all do that for me and Thank you guys. You guys are great. Every last one of y'all. You know, I check all you guys out all the time. You know, it's your boy BFG, and I'm OUT. Check me out at BFG Gaming First. That's my channel.
Yeah, buddy. And we're gonna get up out here. This has been episode 18 of the TiC XP podcast. Hopefully I'll get the team together and we will talk about doing another switch up Saturday.
Nice.
The next one you guys will enjoy because we will have the boy Jay Barry on being an ex-bot.
Oh my god.
You guys will enjoy that. But we out of here.
My man.
Peace.
Peace.